The phone rang in the middle of dinner. I let it ring twice before answering. Mr. Hadley? Yes. There's something unusual. I don't think that's you. Your wife is here right now with a man who looks just like you. I froze, fork halfway to my mouth. My hand trembled without me noticing. That's impossible, I said, voice tight, measured. She's on a business trip in Zurich. Please come in right away, the bank clerk insisted. I hung up, sat back, let the clinking of silverware from the other room wash over me. Nothing moved. Everything was quiet except for the pulse behind my eyes. Later, my daughter-in-law called. If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes. I said, enjoy. And then my phone rang. 71 times in 1 hour. All from unknown numbers. All leading to the same sound, a man, my double, smiling in the background of my life. It began with the images. Luxury cars. My villa in Switzerland. My wife, laughing, leaning on a man whose face could have been molded from mine. Shadows of familiarity in his eyes. Smiles that mirrored my own. I stared at the photos for hours. Minutes blurred into each other. A quiet horror seeped in. Denial. Surely this was impossible. She was my wife. The woman I trusted above all else. The one who knew the weight of my silence, the measure of my restraint. But the photos told a different story. And photographs, unlike memory, cannot lie. I checked my calendar. Flight confirmations. Business meetings. Notes. All aligned. She was supposed to be away. Every alibi airtight? And yet, there she was. The house was quieter that night. Too quiet. I heard the faint hum of the heater, the echo of my own breathing. My thoughts were louder than the world. I pictured every interaction with her in the past year, now reframed through suspicion. Subtle gestures. Secretive smiles. The way she answered texts in a room I couldn't enter. I didn't confront her immediately. I couldn't. Not yet. Suspicion was a blade. Too early, and it would cut the wrong way. I began observing. Slowly, methodically. I took her phones one by one, checking messages, deleted conversations, timestamps. Nothing conclusive. Everything was carefully sanitized. Then I turned to finances. Unusual withdrawals. Wire transfers. Hotels booked in cities she never mentioned. And the man, he was always there, on the edge of every transaction. Always a shadow beside her. I hired discreet investigators. One report after another, all pointing to the same inescapable truth. She had built a parallel life. A life that mirrored ours, but excluded me. Yet, externally, I remained composed. Meetings, lunches, my own social circles all performed with mechanical precision. I smiled when expected, laughed when necessary. Inside, a storm raged, silent but all-consuming. I bought a DNA kit. Simple precaution, they said. Innocuous. I had it sent to the man under the guise of a distant relative. Waited. Patience became my ally. Every hour passed was a sharpening of focus. Every tick of the clock a reminder. The truth, once revealed, would be devastating. And then, one evening, as I watched my own reflection in the glass of the Swiss villa, yes, my villa the kit arrived. Results waiting. Positive. DNA matched. He wasn't just a look-alike. He was my twin, my shadow, my doppelganger. I held the results in my hand. Felt nothing. No rush of emotion, only clarity. I sent her a message. Minimal, cold, calculated. Do you recognize this? Attached, the DNA report. She didn't reply immediately. When she finally did, it was a single word: impossible. I smiled. Not a real smile. A curve of cold amusement. Impossible? For her, yes. Impossible for me? Never. I waited at the villa, lights off, shadows pooling in every corner. When she arrived, her facade of calm cracked instantly. Eyes darting, lips tight. She was caught, and she knew it. She expected anger, yelling, tears, a scene. I handed her the photographs. One by one. No commentary. Just silence. She faltered. Tried excuses. Ridiculous stories that crumbled under the weight of the truth. I leaned back in the chair, watching her unravel. Each denial, each protest, each attempt to redirect it was like watching a sandcastle collapse under the tide. "You always knew," she whispered, voice shaking. "I did," I said. Simple, flat, cold. And I let you live in your illusion, as long as it amused me. She tried to grab the papers. I withdrew them, calmly, deliberately. "You're finished here," I said. Not a threat, a fact. And then I walked away. Not out of mercy, not in pity, but because the final act had already played. The psychological crushing was complete. She knew it. I didn't need to say more. I poured myself a drink, sat by the window overlooking the snow-dusted villa gardens. Everything was quiet. Beautifully quiet. The betrayal no longer burned. It cooled, solidified into clarity. Every plan she had, every lie, every calculated move it now existed only in her mind, haunted by the certainty of exposure. I was free. Not in the sense of forgiveness, not in reunion, not in love, but free in the most absolute way I knew. I controlled. I was untouchable. Her calls went unanswered. Messages ignored. 71 times, 100 times, 1,000 silent. I sipped my drink. The villa reflected the night. Cold, untouchable, mine. And I realized, finally, that the truth has weight. It can crush without fire. It can destroy without a word. And I am its master. I smiled once, briefly, and then the glass hit the table. The sound was final. Like me.